Ladies and gentlemen, it's fascinating how, in this vast world filled with millions of people, we each live in our own little bubbles, thinking we know what others are going through, believing we understand their choices, their silences, and even their struggles. But the truth is, there are certain experiences, feelings, and perspectives that not everyone will truly grasp, no matter how empathetic they may be. Some things can only be understood when you've walked through them yourself, when you've felt their weight and endured their moments. Today, I want to talk about 4 of these universal yet uniquely personal experiences, ones that not everyone will understand, and maybe ones they're not even meant to. Firstly, there's pain behind a smile. We see smiles all the time. They're plastered across social media, exchanged in hallways, and put on like masks every day. But how often do we pause to think about the stories hidden behind those smiles? A person might be laughing, sharing joy, and radiating light, while inside they could be carrying sorrows that words can't express. We've all heard the phrase smiling through the pain, but what does that really mean? It's a balancing act between facing struggles head-on and not allowing those struggles to define every interaction we have with the world. Sometimes the strongest people are those who don't let their pain spill out for everyone to see. Instead, they hold on to their silent suffering, covering it with a smile that seems effortless. Not everyone will understand this kind of strength, nor the courage it takes to face the world with grace, even when your heart feels heavy. For those who've mastered this, the smile becomes a tool of survival, a way to keep going despite the odds. But for others, it remains a mystery, a mere facade that conceals more than it reveals. Then there's love hidden behind anger. Anger is often misunderstood. It's seen as destructive, hurtful, or irrational. But anger at times is love in disguise. I think of the parents who scold their children not out of cruelty, but out of a deep concern for their well-being, wanting them to succeed, to avoid mistakes, or to stay safe. Consider a friend who becomes frustrated when they see you making decisions that could hurt you, or a partner who seems to lash out when they're really afraid of losing you. Anger born out of love is not meant to harm. It's an intense and passionate form of caring that gets lost in translation. To understand this, you must see beyond the raised voice, beyond the hurtful words, and recognize the heartbeat that fuels it all. Not everyone will understand this, especially those who believe love should always be soft, gentle, or kind. For some, love does not look like anger, and to them it will forever be a riddle. But to those who know this kind of love, the anger is a mark of how deeply they care, how much they're invested, and how profoundly they feel. There's also a struggle behind success that not everyone will see. When we celebrate people's achievements, we often ignore the sweat, sleepless nights, failures, and self-doubt that went into reaching that point. Every success story has layers of challenges, sacrifices, and moments of questioning whether it's all worth it. We see the polished end result, but not the endless hours of work or the setbacks that might have broken someone less resilient. And when someone succeeds, it's easy to believe they had it easy, or were simply lucky, but real success is often the sum of countless failures, years of persistence, and an unbreakable spirit that refuses to quit. Not everyone understands this because, to them, success looks like the final chapter of a story, not the journey that led to it. To those who have walked that path, success is more than a title, a position, or a bank balance. It's a testament to their resilience, a badge earned through the unseen battles they've fought along the way. Lastly, there's a reason behind silence. Silence can be a powerful form of expression, a way to communicate feelings words could never capture, but it's one of the most misunderstood things in human relationships. When someone chooses to remain silent, people might interpret it as indifference, weakness, or even ignorance. But silence often carries wisdom, acceptance, or the quiet resilience of someone who has been through too much to keep explaining themselves. There's a strength in silence that only those who've walked in its depths will truly understand. Sometimes silence is a choice, a way of preserving peace, or a shield against conflicts that words might only worsen. Not everyone will get this. Some will push and probe, trying to fill the silence with questions or assumptions. But to those who know the peace silence can bring, it's a place of comfort, clarity, and strength. These 4 experiences, pain behind a smile, love behind anger, struggle behind success, and reason behind silence, are part of what makes us human, complex and unique. They are feelings that can't always be explained or understood unless lived. So the next time we encounter someone who smiles, let's remember that their happiness might have a story of resilience behind it. When someone shows anger, we might look for the care or concern hidden within it. When we see success, let's acknowledge the hard work that led there, and when someone chooses silence, we can respect the choice they're making. We're all on different paths with different lessons to learn. These 4 things, pain, love, struggle, and silence, may be universal, but our understanding of them is shaped by our own journeys. For some, these things will always remain a mystery, something they can't quite understand or appreciate. But for those who have walked through these experiences, they become lessons, sources of wisdom, and most importantly, a part of who they are. And maybe in recognizing this, we can all walk a little kinder, judge a little less, and find a deeper connection with those around us. Because in the end, we're all carrying things that no one else can see. And that's okay. It's part of what makes us human.